Welcome aboard everyone, Simon here from the Whales of Wall Street. We have a update video here from Verasity VRA on the exchange. Guys, this is one of our favourite bags here at the Whales of Wall Street, as you know. Before we go into chart, a few updates, and I also wanted to show you a quick overview of the VeraEsports player and show you how you can begin to start earning those rewards. And we'll show you as well what you can do with those. So let's go into this, guys. First things first, I just wanted to point out again, the unstoppable mechanism of Verasity is continuing its patent expansion across the world. South Korea is next. They've just very recently as well, I think it was about a week or so ago, VeraEsports presenting the Ultimate Warrior Showdown, so very much around tournaments, especially around battlegrounds that went in place. Not a massive prize pool, $40,000. To be fair, that is still a significant amount of money, but the reason I said it's not a massive amount is because in esports in general, you can be looking at millions upon millions of prize pools these days in terms of monetary value. So it's a great start, and certainly something that's really cool to boast the proof of view like mechanism moving forward. So it's very interesting to see the continuation and development of this project across the world. But yeah, back to the point, South Korea, the patent. So each patent ensures proof of view will be the only video ad fraud solution of its kind. And what was also interesting as well is here, we announced our patent expansion into China as well this week. So guys, this project for me is one of my, like I said, it's one of our favorites, but I think it's one of the biggest underrated projects out there. And there's not just about esports, because there's NFT aspects as well, and general advertising solutions of reducing scams, fraudulent activity and things like this. So yeah, there's loads going on. We've done intro videos, we've done videos on this, every other day, if not every week at least. And we just can't speak more positively about this awesome project. But I wanted to bring to you guys the attention of the VeraEsports player, or in general Vera player as well. But for this particular video, we're concentrating on the esports sector of Verasity. So you can simply go onto the browser VeraEsports.com. You can sign in the usual kind of way, emails, Twitter, I think there's a few other different ones. I personally logged in with my Vera wallet. For those that don't know about the Vera wallet, let us know in the comments below. But this is certainly a great place for staking your Verasity if you've not done so already. And if you want a video on staking Verasity, let us know, and we will definitely get that out in the next couple of days. But for me, that's how I logged in. It's very simple, through the Verasity website, going into the Vera wallet and setting up an account that way. Obviously keep an eye on your passwords, set up 2FA, the two-way authenticators. I think it's done via the Microsoft one. This one, it wasn't through Google Authenticator. This one was done through the Microsoft one. So just make sure you got downloaded that on your phone as well. It gives you an extra layer of security. But for this point, by the way, if you ever want to add me on Discord or through the likes of the Verasity esports players, you can get me on the Screw in the Tuna. For those that don't know what Screw in the Tuna means, basically I used to be a big fan of Keenan and Kel back in the day on Nickelodeon. You might see Keenan a lot on things like Saturday Night Live and stuff at the moment, but for me it was very much about that as a kid. And one of the episodes was Kel dropped a screw in the can of tuna, went to court because someone tried to sue them, and then he literally went mental, shouting out like, I dropped the screw in the tuna. So that's where my name came from, just in case people were wondering there. So you can add different game accounts. So if you do play particular games, there's not a massive amount to pick out of right now, but of course big ones there like CSGO, Counter-Strike, very popular for a number of years now, and it's still free to download, by the way. Dota as well, of course, big game in esports, and there's a load of other different ones here as well. I think PUBG is also very popular, of course. But yeah, loads of games to add there, and I'm sure they'll bring more and more to the table as time goes on. You can actually create tournaments on here, which is really cool, and you can manage them, host them, maybe create your own pools and things like that, build your own teams on here too. So it's a really cool little portfolio. But once you've logged in, it will ask you to generate. So if you go to the watch and earn section, which is the best way to do it, you can log into a separate account, which is for the earning mechanism. Okay, so as you're watching videos, or whether that be live or whether that be you're watching older videos, you will start getting this little kind of trophy icon in the corner when the video is finished, or you might even earn more rewards through live streams because they might be doing giveaways and things like that. So I've earned 2 VeraEsports points already today just from watching a couple of videos on the website. And you can actually scroll down and see the kind of like NFTs or rewards that you want to maybe purchase using your rewards. So how cool is this? So for example, which I find a bit odd really, but yeah, we've got Steam wallet cards. Now I find it's a bit of a bizarre partnership because Steam have recently blocked things like crypto related games and blockchain games. But you can clearly see it's very popular. But for me, that'd be really interesting. I'm not sure how many Steam points or whatever you get, but I'll have to see. But yeah, that's sold out at the moment. But you can utilize various different things to get Verasity, which is really cool. So use up 50 VeraEsports points to get Verasity tokens. And loads of other things for games. By the way, if you can't figure it, for me personally, I tried to sign in and it wouldn't let me create a new account, so I just scrolled down to the FAQ section, and if you just go to the why am I not earning points, and just create an account through this way if you get stuck. Okay, so yeah, there's loads of really cool stuff going on. Unfortunately, there's a few bugs on this, but it's quite new still. I think I need to just work on a couple of things. But yeah, my icon logo is not appearing up here. I found that when I was trying to look at the chat aspect, it was a bit jumpy in some places, but some really cool stuff going on there. But just to give you a rough idea, yeah, like I said, you can watch some of these videos on here. You can go to some of the videos or game sections that are on here already. You can play games, which is really cool, and you can earn rewards, I believe, as well from people watching you. So this is really cool, guys. It's taking esports, in my opinion, to another level. I think this is going to be gigantically more and more popular, and I think it's going to do a world of good for Verasity as a project in the price of charts mechanism in general. But let's just watch one of these, for example. And we can give you kind of an outline of what happens. So here's the little icon here in the corner. Now I don't think, and this is probably where the mechanism of Verasity comes into play, of fake views and things. You could potentially get a load of bots to watch these for you, kind of thing. But I think they blocked that, and you actually have to watch the entire thing. I'm not fully sure about that, but literally what will happen is, at any time you can press in here, by the way, but this will start sparkling and saying like you've earned rewards, and then of course you can go and check those out as and when you want, to be honest. So you can clearly see, and I don't know how many points, I know you need 50 viewpoints to get Verasity tokens. It'd be interesting to see how many tokens you get, because I can imagine a lot of people probably just leaving their jobs or something and just concentrating on watching videos and playing games and stuff, which is cool as well, because I think that's a really cool job. I know, like I said in previous videos, particularly with Ultra and everything, I know a lot of people in the esports arena and gaming arena who are paid a phenomenal amount of money, and you're rightly so. That's their passion, that's their interest, and it's giving so much entertainment to many people. We've got the metaverse coming, of course, in the near future, and I think Verasity will have a massive part to play in that as well, for sure, as time goes on. So hopefully this has been a bit interesting for you guys. Like I said, let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. We'll definitely answer them. I've got myself familiar fairly well now with this platform, so just let us know. But hopefully you found this interesting. We'll jump straight into the chart now, guys, and see what we're doing with Veracity's position in the chart. So smash that like button if you find it interesting, and thank you for all of those that have subscribed thus far. If you have not done so, smash that subscribe button. We're floating ourselves towards 4,000. It's absolutely incredible. Thank you for the support. Really massively appreciate it. So here's the chart, guys, floating around that magnificent 5.7 cents. We spoke about this price point in maybe a couple of videos ago when we were up here, to suggest that actually there might be an opportunity for us to come down to these levels. Now we hit the buy area for ourselves because we sold some Verasity up this way earlier in the month, and we've come down here, we've hit these buy points, we've come back down to this area a few times. Why did we say this? Just to reiterate to a few people who are perhaps new to Verasity or new to our channel or new to our videos of Verasity, we like to look at quite a bit of data here. So if we take this example here, for example, I'll just say example twice, we've got these top points here around April time, okay? So it's quite clear if you look along the line where we've matched up here around the 20th, 19th of November, we've hit where we saw resistance on the way up back here. We've now seen it on the way down. We did try and do this around this area as well, around mid-October, but when we had this big correction and this big rise up, it was almost like once we got past this point here, we're in very good price discovery mode. But it's too early for us to say Verasity definitely should be up here. We need to come back and test these support lines sometimes. Now, I did anticipate potentially something coming down here, and I'm still leaving that in there just in case, because I do think a 5 cent mark or just under a 5 cent mark is still possible. That's not to say the project's bad. It just means about the support mechanism, okay? Because for us to push forward, we need to make sure there's a phenomenal support mechanism in the foundation of this chart, because otherwise what's going to happen is we're going to see all these parabolic runs and big drops down. That's not what we want to see. We want to see gradual improvement and gradual confidence consistently through these kind of projects in chart price aspects. So it wouldn't be a surprise to me at all if we came back down here, because we did have some good touch points on that around this sort of April time, as well as around here on the 5th or 6th of September, and we did shoot past it back here, as I mentioned, with the price discovery. Now it could be that we have found a new sort of price area for Verasity. It might be where we are now, but I'm just being conscious that this is a potential area of something that may occur just from historic data and the fact that we haven't really had many touch points around this area at all. So don't be alarmed if it comes down here. It's probably a good thing, so we can really correct ourselves properly and take Verasity to new heights. I'm still sticking with around 21 cent price prediction for the end of this bull run, whether that be this year or into next year. Let us know what you think about that below. Still being lazy, haven't put everyone's prices on there, but we did start listing some people's price points for that, just for a bit of fun. And whoever's nearest at the end of this year will indeed get a ledger off ourselves for sure, purchased via ledger directly, so you know that it's definite and official and verified, blah blah. So here's what's happened, guys. We've hit the drop down here towards that 5 cents that we talked about, not quite fully, but certainly a bit of a drop down. The wicks come back. It's showing the strength in Verasity, and I will pinpoint this as well before we just sort of wave off here. If I can just kindly pull this area up. So this pulls out the RSI elements and the MACD. So we'll concentrate on the RSI first. We're floating around that 43 mark. Now, yesterday or a couple of days ago, we hit 39. This is quite a respectable area to be in for purchasing Verasity, in my opinion. Even right now, to be honest. And like I said, there could be a bit more of a dip down still, because we are in a bearish mood still. If you can see like the orange line here, and the blue line here, so this is equivalent of the different EMAs that we've got leveled up here. So we're still in a bearish momentum, and you can see just behind it the histogram. This is showing the selling mechanism right now. Forget the volumes going in and out of negative or positive. We're talking about generally over purchasing or under purchasing, if that makes sense. So we're on this sell-off aspect wave. It's getting paler. It's the lines or the candles, if you like, are reducing. So in my mind, it's suggesting that we're going to start narrowing this gap between the MACD levels with the potential switch over. But I don't think we're quite there yet. I think we're probably looking at maybe another week at least. But anything can happen in this space. Awareness of this project and everything that's building from it. Of course, the paintings going around worldwide. there's no doubt in my mind this will switch over at some point in the very near future and take us to very new heights. I think we could really easily push that sort of 10 cent mark throughout December at some point. I'm sure of it. But let us know what you think about that in the comments. So I do think it'll be a few more days, probably into next week, where we might start finally seeing a crossover on this MACD and taking Verasity back from stability into a nice bullish momentum. So let's see how that plays out. We will do a review of Verasity over the weekend to see how we're going, and I will also try and get some games under my belt on the Verasity esports player to give you guys a bit of a lowdown on how that works. And I think that'd be quite cool. And we might tie that in with the staking video. We'll do a staking video separately to that. If you find it something that you want us to do, let us know. That's what we're here for. And to try and provide information, how-tos and other bits and pieces around projects. So guys, before we wrap this up, Verasity performance-wise here on the right-hand side, 7% down on the week, 25% down on the month. It's kind of understandable. We did need that correction, to be honest. I'm a true massive believer of Verasity. Look at this, guys. Year to date, 12,600%. Absolutely phenomenal. 1 year to this day, 8,200% up. This has made substantial moves. We're not over yet, in my opinion. Some are saying 50 cents, some are saying $1. Let's try and be realistic. But I do think 20 cents is definitely achievable. 30 cents absolutely possible if everything plays to the roadmap and the gaming awareness and everything continues. But I'm sticking with the 21 for me personally. But first of all, we need to confirm over this next week, in my opinion, what the support mechanism here. Are we going to come back down here, test this area, come back up, or are we going to maintain this as the new Verasity price point support level for us to take us back up towards that 6 cents, and then as we grow faster and quicker to the 7 and 10, probably respectively quicker than we think we might have done in the past. So thanks for watching, guys. We're going to wrap that up there. We will see you in the next Verasity, awesome Verasity update video. Bye bye.